Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing my beauty tips and tricks. So I have quite a few. Some of them you probably may or may not already know. I hope some of them can help you. I'm sorry that my lighting's kind of bad. I don't know. I tried fixing it. Is that better? And then I had it like this, but that's worse because then you cannot see me, but I guess it's better than it beaming on my face. So anyways, here are my tips and tricks, I guess. So the very first thing is to just drink lots of water. I know that sounds like a really stupid beauty tip and trick to tell you, but it really does help. If you have a water bottle that you keep on your desk, try and drink at least 2 of your water bottles a day. You will overall start to feel a lot better, more hydrated. Your skin will look a lot better, and just overall you'll feel a lot better. The next thing is to wear sunscreen all the time. I'm a very good example of what not to do, as I'm sunburned at the moment. You can't really see because I'm using my webcam. But always wear sunscreen, especially if you get sunburned quickly and easily. You want to make sure that you're protecting your skin so that when you get older, you don't have, you don't have to worry about, all that stuff that's going to happen. You just want to make sure that you're looking after your skin. I said like 10 times in that sentence. I'm sorry. Also, what I like to do for everyday use, don't substitute this for your sunscreen, but I like to use this Nivea Light Feel Daily Face Peel. I have a review up on it if you want to see it, but this has an SPF of 30 in it, so it helps protect my skin throughout the day. But if you're going to be doing something, make sure you wear the sunscreen. So the next thing is eyes. So the first thing I want to say is with eyes, if you're wearing eyeliner and you're trying to get the line nice, start from the middle. Sorry, my nails look gross. Start from the middle and then work your way out, and then go from the inside and then work your way up, and then obviously straighten it out. The next thing is, if you want to do wings, try and go a little bit higher than what you think you would, because not too much higher, just a smidget higher, because most of the time when you're trying to do it, your eyes kind of shut and they're not open up like this. So when you're doing it kind of appears lower afterwards when you look at it. So try and do it a little bit higher, and then it's going to look the shape that you wanted it to be. So the next thing for eyes is mascara. So I know that a lot of people starting out with makeup, or just in general, don't like having huge ones. Some people find that really easy and helpful, but I know some people don't. So if you really like the formula of the mascara that you bought, and then you opened it up and you find that the one's too big, or you've been using the one and you're just not liking it, you can actually buy these single eyelash spoolies, or eyelash ones. This is a pack of 25, and it only cost me $3. And I just have these to use on other people, but these are quite small, so if you wanted to use these, then you could, because it saves you having to just throw out the mascara because you don't like the wand, because that would be kind of ridiculous. So that's a little tip. If you don't like the wands, you can buy these, but make sure you throw them out after you use them. Or I know Maybelline Great Lash. I really like the formula of it, and it has a small wand too, so that's another alternative. So I had finished recording and I was editing, and I completely forgot one of my kind of important tips, and it's to do with mascara. So when you get mascara, there's 2 tips I want to give with mascara. The first one is don't pump it, so don't go like that. You don't want to be pumping air into your mascara, just because that's not really good. It helps kind of expand it, and you don't want that to happen. And then the next thing is, if you find that when you're pulling it out you're getting heaps of product on it, that's not really happening for me, but if that happens, what you can do is you pull it out, and then as the the end, the spoolie bit of it is coming out, just twist this around. I don't know if you can see, but just twist it around, or you can twist the bottom and pull it out as you're twisting it, and it will help remove most of the excess product. So the next thing for eyes is when you're wearing eyeliner and you want to get a really natural look, but you want it to kind of look like you have thicker or more bold lashes, I like to wear brown eyeliner and have it on my tight line, and then a little bit really close to my lash line. You can use black if you want also, but brown looks really nice and natural. So my next tip is for when you get mascara over your eyes, which I know I experience this all the time. It happens to me 24/7. Anyway, so when I open them after I've had it on, it goes on my eyelid or it gets under my eyes. So what you do is you wait for it to dry and then take a Q-tip or your finger, it doesn't really matter, they both work the same, and then just like wipe it off because it will kind of just flake away almost once it's dry though. So what I would do is I finish doing like my face or my lips or something else, and then I come back and I just wipe it off and then it's gone. So the next step is for opening your eyes. So you all probably know that white eyeliner does the trick. If you think about it, I'm trying to put this into terms so that you know why people do this. When you put black eyeliner on your waterline and on your lash line, it makes your eyes look smaller because it's darker. It's the same if you wore a lot of black eye makeup, your eyes would look smaller and more closed in. If you wore white eyeliner on your waterline in your inner corner, it's going to open your eyes because it's lighter and it's going to help really brighten up your eyes. It's the same if you wore like heaps of light colored shades, it's going to really open up your eyes. So that's why they choose white eyeliner, or a light toned kind of eyeliner is going to help open up your eyes. So put it in your inner corner and a little bit on your waterline. A tip I like to do if it's really vivid, instead of just taking it off, just kind of blend it out with either your fingers or a Q-tip on your waterline, and it's just going to help make it look a little bit more subtle. The next thing is face. So for face, I always say to have really good lighting where you're doing your makeup, because a lot of the time when you're putting your foundation on or your mineral powder, whatever you're putting on your face to cover up things, you want to make sure you have good lighting, because most of the time it can appear cakey, but you can't see that because you're not in good lighting. So if you have good lighting, you can kind of see a little bit better how much you're putting on your face, and also just think like you don't want to be caking it on, especially not foundation and mineral powder because they can get pretty orange at times. The next thing is bronzer. So I know, especially myself having really light skin, I look kind of like orange, not orange, like red on camera, but I swear my whole face isn't sunburned. I know that with bronzer a lot of people like it. I don't really like it myself. I look like an Oompa Loompa, but a little tip, if you wanted to, especially if you have light skin, if you wanted to wear bronzer but you don't want to have like a really dark one, or you don't want it to be like orangey, buy a setting powder that isn't your right shade. So like CoverGirl has a heap of different colors. That's what I use my setting powder. It's called Fresh Look, I think, or yes, and it's just like in a silver case, and it just has powder in it, and I use that to set my foundation, and I'm in the shade 310, I think. But if you buy one that's darker for you, it's going to go on a lot sheerer, but it's still going to give you that color that you want, because bronzer is quite pigmented most of the time, so therefore you're going to actually see the color, whereas if it's a powder, it's a lot easier to blend out and it's less noticeable. So if you're light skinned and you don't want to have that full coverage of bronzer on your face, then using a setting powder that isn't your shade, that's darker than your skin tone, is going to give you that, but it's less dramatic. So my last tip is for wearing bold lips. So I know a lot of the time that when you wear bold lips, it can tend to bleed, and when it bleeds, it's not attractive. So what I like to do if I want to wear a bold lip is actually use a lip stain instead, because A, they dry and they stain your lips, so it's going to be there all day, and B, they don't bleed because they dry pretty much automatically, whereas if it's a lipstick, you're going to be moving your lips around and it can sometimes bleed, or you can smudge it. So if you wanted to wear a bold lip, then I would use a lip stain, because it's just going to stay there all day. So those are my tips and tricks. I hope this video wasn't too long, and I hope it was helpful, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye everyone.